Kristen. I'm here with Cindy, and today we're going to look at her 2015 Liberty Deluxe.
This is our 2015 Casita Liberty. This is actually where we lived for 10 months out of our lives. It worked really well for us. Recently, we have refigured our sleeping arrangements. We keep this bed made and we sleep in this direction. It is a little bit frustrating because one or the other has to climb over the other, but we would prefer it over the twin beds. This does break down into two twin beds with a table in the middle, but we decided to just use it for the bed to be made the whole time, and it works really well for us because we're short people, and it's not that hard to crawl out to use the restroom at night. So we have lots of storage in the Casita. This cabinet, we have our television and some of our linens and things, but we have our TV that when we do have hookups, we do put the TV up here on a bar that my husband has installed, and it works really well. And so, as you can see, we lay this direction and we can watch television. We have storage for spices and such, all of our cups and silverwares, and we use this area here. Instead of a microwave, we use it for our pantry when we're camping, so we can put all of our dry goods in there. All of our plates and bowls and such go up here. This adapter is to charge our phones at night. Doug Bailey gave us a really good tip on these phone chargers. He told Mike about hooking it up from the outside, getting to the refrigerator. I don't know all the technical part of it. All I know is it works really well for our phones, so at night we plug our phones in here and set them here. This is just a Velcro little holder. I got it probably at the dollar store, and it holds the phones really well while they're charging and works great. Thank you, Doug Bailey. Cindy gave us that. So when we went to see some Casitas, a lady in Southern California had a Casita before we bought our Casita. We wanted to see a live one, and the lady had it decorated really cute. So I asked her, how do you hang your all of your art and stuff? And she said, you just get a curtain rod, a wire curtain rod like that, and it's just hooks right into the carpet, which is cool. I love about the Casitas because they have carpet all over the walls, which when we first saw it, and walls and ceiling actually, when we first saw the Casita, I thought, ew, carpet everywhere, but I love it because you can do that for one thing. You can hang your art with a hook, and also keeps the sound down, and it keeps it warm and cozy in here. We were living in here in the winter and it was kind of chilly, but the carpeting on the ceiling and the walls made us feel so comfortable and cozy. This closet system works really well. I got it at Walmart. I don't know, it was 25 bucks or something. The way that I do it is I roll up my t-shirts, I roll up my light clothing and underwear and bathing suit, and I use the first two shelves, and my husband uses the second two shelves, and we could put lots of clothing in there. So we use this for our closet system. Also, if we needed to hang pants, we also use this hanger system, which works really well. And you could put several pairs of pants on here, but it doesn't take up much space. We found that the closet, it needed more air in it because it was just completely closed in and it's right next to the shower. So we put in a vent system down at the bottom, which helps the airflow. There's some extra table tops that come with the Casita that we don't really use, so we just store that back in there. We have our refrigerator that's very roomy. We could put like all of our groceries in there. We lived for the 10 months using this refrigerator with all of our food in there, and it worked really well. So we have our stove area that we put a cutting board on top of. It originally had a metal cover on it, but we use this as a cutting board as well as a cover over the stove top. We have all of our storage here with silverware. It's all stocked, ready to go for camping, or even if we had to live in here, if we ever had to leave our home in an emergency, we have our home right here with everything that we need. Pans and everything are down here. We have our heater that we use in the winter, and it works really well. Little tiny guy, but it works really well, puts out the heat. Also, we have air conditioner that works really well in the summertime when it's hot. We have a fan that pushes air, sucks air out or pushes air down, which is really preferable from the air conditioner most of the time. This just pushes the air in and out. It keeps it fresh in here. So we utilize that a lot, and it has a lot of different speeds. When you're using your stove, this will take the air out. Otherwise, if you're not using this and you're cooking, you'll find that the alarm system will go on. We found that a few times. So this keeps the airflow very nicely. So we use that a lot. Living in the Casita in this little space, we were very comfortable all those months. Also, we have a restroom. A lot of people wonder about this tiny of a space, but we do actually have a shower, toilet, and full bath right here in the Casita. So a lot of people wonder about eating here in the Casita. It does have a system where you can actually pull out a table and put it right here, but we've changed our system because we wanted the space to walk. So we no longer have the little attachment for the table, which would normally go here in the middle of the floor with the table attachment on it, but we don't use that now, just again because we want the space. So what we do is we just kind of pull this out, and when we're sitting, we just put whatever our food is here, and we just sit here and eat. But really, we don't eat inside that often, because when we are camping, or even when we lived here, we eat al fresco. So we like to eat outside, and we can prepare whatever we need to prepare in here in the kitchen and just take it outside. So we don't eat inside the Casita that often. As far as cooking in here, every morning we do our coffee. We actually use a camp coffee maker, which makes it very easy to do our coffee, especially if we don't have any hookups or plug-ins. But mainly we don't cook on the stove. We mainly use it for coffee. So as far as washing dishes go, we just use the sink like you would any other sink in your house. When we're camping, a lot of times we get paper plates and plastic forks. We just try to make it as easy as possible, especially when we're camping. But it's just nice to have all the comforts of home if you need it. For meal prep, we use this wooden cutting board a lot. And then I have another acrylic board that I put over the sink, so that I have this whole area for prep. So it's a pretty big space to cut lettuce or onions and things like that to get ready to put on the barbecue. The Camp Chef is our barbecue that we use when we go camping. We have a Camp Chef pizza oven as well. So we have a Camp Chef barbecue and a Camp Chef pizza oven. The Camp Chef pizza oven is really light. It's very easy to take camping. We hook it up to the propane and makes a great pizza. And then the Camp Chef, we've refurbished it. So we bought it years ago, and it works like a charm. Originally, when we bought the Casita, it had the carpeting, and we thought the indoor-outdoor carpeting would be great. But because we had the cat, she would have some accidents on the floor, or even if we were cooking in here and we spilled food or milk, it has a tendency to hold odor. So we decided, we'll just see if we can rip it out. And everybody said, oh, it would be so hard to rip out, but it wasn't hard to rip out. So we did. We went ahead and ripped out the carpet, put in the wood laminate. It's so much easier to clean, obviously, and smells fresher. We're really happy with the laminate flooring. I would recommend that you order it with the vinyl flooring. For us, it was expensive. I think it was $500 more to have the vinyl flooring as opposed to the carpet. So at the time, financially, we chose the carpet over the vinyl, but thinking back, I probably would have done it differently and bought the vinyl flooring, because you think about your camping, you're getting sand and dirt and food, and it's just more practical to have the vinyl flooring. When we had our cat with us, our 19-year-old cat, she would sleep with us on the bed here, but when she needed to go potty, we would put the kitty litter box over here in front of the bathroom, and she would just go use the kitty litter box and then come back to bed with us. So there wasn't an issue of her going outside, because the area that we live, there's all kinds of animals, coyotes. We weren't comfortable with putting her outside, especially the age that she was. So we kept the litter box in here, although it was smelly and it was hard to deal with. Because we loved our cat, we just sacrificed for that period of time. This is not the original bumper. There was a accident where we were rear-ended and the original bumper just disappeared basically. So we had this bumper fabricated. Our son did this bumper, and also added a hitch here that you can add other items to. In the ABS pipe is the sewer tube, also known as a stinky slinky. It's storage here, and it's practical application to remove waste. We ordered this box aftermarket, and it worked really well for a while till the lid slid off while we were traveling, so it wasn't made very well. And then we ended up making a wooden door for it. That ended up weathering, so that didn't work really well. So we're trying to figure out how to cover the propane tanks so that, I mean, it doesn't really look really nice. And so we're still in the process of maybe trying to fabricate something or try to replace that door somehow. But we also have the system up on top that holds the generator and the gas for the generator, and it holds it really well while we're traveling. And we have this low pro lockdown that keeps the generator secured and safe while we're traveling and while we're out and about. When we're camping and we're not here, it definitely cannot be stolen from this spot. Instead of trying to store it in the truck or in a separate in the Casita somehow, it's nice to have it right here. So we have our awning here. It works really well. We use it almost every time we go out, except for when it's windy. So we did use it one time on a windy day, and in pulling it up and trying to set it up, a wind gust came and actually whipped it right up and over and tore the whole thing off. That was no good, very bad day. Thank God we had insurance. So the insurance covered the awning, but I don't recommend using it on a windy day. We got a replacement, insurance covered it, and it's the same system. We're just a little more careful with it.
If you'd like to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to check out our Casita Independence Deluxe, check out this video. If you'd like to see what equipment we use when we're traveling, check out this video.